His opponent tonight, a tough one, Omar Héroe Tienda desde Nuevo León, Mexico, now living and training in Tijuana de la Zona Frontera with the Eric Morales. That's who he's working with. Omar Tienda, he's 14-2. He's coming to the LA Fight Club looking for an upset. The last time he was here, he was a fighter who took a decision loss to Everton Lopez, a fight many thought could have been a draw or it could have gone his way.
He scored 2 knockdowns in that 8-round fight. And, you know, Everton Lopez, a 2-time Brazilian Olympian with a very athletic, awkward southpaw style. And he was able to zero in with his right hand and score those knockdowns. And he looks to be in better shape for this fight than he did for the Lopez fight.
Omar Tienda desde Nuevo León, Mexico. I mentioned it, Tijuana. He's got a system now. He's a paramedic, but he's got the system. No, it's not the Rock system. He's out there. He said, I'm just a pro fighter for the first time. And he said he can actually dedicate himself. And Randy Caballero, who's with us tonight, that's huge when all you have to do is train as a fighter, right? Have you ever had a real job?
No, I've never had a real job. And something I don't ever want to do is to work for somebody besides boxing. But, you know, like I did, I opened a barbershop. It's my own barbershop that, you know, me and my wife run. And it's going good so far. You know, I got great barbers in there that are amazing with their work. So, you know, little by little, that barbershop is getting packed in with a whole bunch of clients. And I'm still young. I'm planning on venturing in different businesses. And I'm just going to put my money away so it doesn't be gone.
See, in other words, you're saying you don't have a job. You're a businessman, right?
Oh, definitely. Hey, look at Oscar. Look what he did. He's a smart businessman. Look at him now.
Exactly. Omar Tienda in the ring. El Héroe, that was a good fight. Hello to Steve Razzo, our friend from Houston, Texas, who's always watching. We do appreciate all the shout-outs that we get from everybody on text, Snapchat, Instagram, hey, heck, even on your MySpace. Carlos, the Solution Morales, 12-1-3. That record is misleading because he started his career 0-1-3. Doug, we've talked about this kid. He was taking fights in Mexico the day before, Randy. He was actually paying promoters to put him on a show because he just wanted to fight. It was his first couple of fights, he didn't get paid because by the time he paid his corner, his cut man, he didn't have a manager, of course, he didn't have any money left over, so he was losing money by driving to that fight. He didn't care, he just wanted to get onto a card to avenge that 0-1-3 start. He's made a nice run for himself, and there he is.
I heard a lot of fighters do that, you know, in Mexico. They have to pay everybody, and they end up not making anything. But you know what? As you can see his record, that 1 loss and 3 draws, I can tell that he leaves that behind. He makes it seem like those never were in his record, and he looks at that he's 12-0 and he's going to keep it that way.
He's obviously somebody who believes in himself. To be winless in his first 4 fights and to still have that confidence and that faith that he's doing the right thing with his career and his life. He obviously was right. The gamble paid off.
That's the way it should be. You have to believe in yourself 100%.
From what I'm told, he's training a lot harder now than he was back then.
Let's go to Joe Martinez, our ring announcer.
Santos en el peso super pluma. And here we go, fight fans. 10 rounds of boxing this scheduled in the super featherweight division. Los tres jueces por ese combate, the 3 judges scoring, Timothy Hicks, Fernando Villarreal, and Zachary Young. Well, the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, encargado del ring, el referee David Mendoza. Presentado primero en la esquina azul, con los pantaloncillos púrpura con dorado y un peso de 129 libras y medias. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple and gold, he weighed in officially 129.5 pounds. Su récord excelente con 14 victorias, 8 ganadas por nocaut y solamente 2 derrotas. His professional record stands at 16 bouts, 14 victories, just 2 defeats, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Presentando de Nuevo León, México, Omar El Héroe Tienda. Y su oponente en la esquina roja, con los pantalones negro con verde, blanco y rojo. Y un peso igual, 129 libras y medias. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wears black, trimmed in the colors of Mexico, green, white, and red. He too weighed in officially 129.5 pounds and brings a professional record that stands at 12 victories, 1 defeat, 3 bouts, even with 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Su récord excelente con 12 victorias, 1 derrota, 3 empates y 6 ganadas por nocaut desde Los Ángeles, California, presentando The Solution, Carlos Morales. Otra vez el referee, David Mendoza.
All right, gentlemen, come on up here. All front. Gentlemen, we've gone over the rules and the fouls. Protect yourself at all times and follow my instructions, all right? Touch gloves, return to your corner.
Referee David Mendoza gives him the rules, and here's the tale of the tape for Morales and Tienda, Doug.
Morales is 1 year younger. He is 2 inches taller, but Tienda has a slight reach advantage.
Carlos Morales, the Solution, that nickname, because when he would go to spar, they would bring him in as just a guy to give somebody rounds, and he was whipping people all over Southern California. Somebody just said, you know what, if you have a fighter who's very confident about himself, let's bring in Morales. He's the solution to humble somebody, and he was humbling a lot of fighters as an amateur as he started training at the old jail gym here in Southern California. Doug, you know that place.
A lot of good fighters that come out of there.
The Solution Morales in black, born in Hidalgo, Mexico, went to Eagle Rock High School, same as CNN reporter Nick Valencia. Then he went to East LA Junior College. A Husky, played soccer there, at the same time was sparring, so he would get up in the morning, do his road work out, then go to school, and then do some more running by the soccer workouts. Father of 3, married, and he still works at Nick's Cafe in downtown LA. Was looking for somebody to help him with sponsorship. His boss at the cafe said, you know what, we'll just sponsor you. Still works there. That he's a grinder, he's a hard worker, and that's exactly what he's doing. A 12-1-3, fighting under the Golden Boy banner. He said it's just weird being the A-side fighter, but at the same time, he felt like this is his time.
That's what he's been working for his entire career, is to get to this level where he's in a co-main event, televised internationally, and with a worthy foe. Tienda's taking it to him, but you're seeing that Carlos Morales is a decent technician and a pretty decent counterpuncher.
Good fight so far. You know, both letting their hands go, catching each other. Great action right now.
Omar Tienda in the purple and gold of the Lakers gets caught with the left, a little blood coming around that left eye. It's already swelled up. The big punches landed by Carlos Morales early here in the first round. Tienda, the nickname Edwin, translated in English, is hero. He's also a trained paramedic, and about 7 years ago in Guadalupe, Nuevo Leon, where he was living and working, there was 4 kids that fell into a river during a storm. He jumped in there, helped save them.
Wow.
Rescue helicopters had to come get him, and that's where the nickname Edway came from. A year ago, he was discovered by the Morales clan. He told him to come to Tijuana, and he's now a full-time boxer. He gave up the paramedic life, and he's finally dedicating himself to boxing. And in Tijuana, Doug, you said it's made him a better fighter because now he has the proper nutrition. He's with the Morales, with Eric Morales, and he can actually get good sparring. But here he's in a tough scrap with Carlos Morales. His Tienda was cut early on in this round. The Solution with the heavy hands.
Yeah, very accurate counter punches, particularly on the inside from Morales. Tienda is cut around his left eye, and I think he was rocked briefly by an uppercut from Morales.
Morales, as a lot of people might think, you know, doesn't seem like he hits that hard, but there's power in there.
Roberto Diaz, matchmaker for Golden Boy, loved this feature on this fight.
Carlos Morales, as we all know, is you know, a kid that his first 4 fights he had no wins. You know, a loss and 3 draws. From there on, he has a winning streak, and he's been beating guys. He beat 2 Golden Boy fighters already, and he got signed because obviously he did it the way that, hey, give me that opportunity, I'll go in there and I'll beat these guys, and he did it. Now he's I believe this will be his 2nd or 3rd fight signed under Golden Boy. Every fight he's improving, he's looking stronger, he's always training. I'm excited, He's going against Omar Tienda. Omar Tienda was at the Velasco last year, fought one of our star young fighters, Everton Lopez, and a lot of people thought it was a very close fight. It could have gone either way, should have been a draw. Regardless, Tienda is hungry, he's coming back for vengeance. And Carlos it's a great matchup. I am looking very forward to this fight. It's very evenly matched.
Matchmaker Roberto Diaz, a cool feature. Use him a lot during this broadcast. Give the background of how these fights are made. And this round is brought to you by ringtv.com. Visit ringtv.com for more great boxing content throughout the week, including Dougie's massive mailbag on Friday and Mondays. We're in the second round. Beto Duran, Doug Fisher, and Randy Caballero, former world champion. And watching us right now in New York is Zungri, Zachary Ochoa. Thank you for watching us, Boricua, as Tienda gets tagged. Ochoa will be fighting March 5th on Ring TV Live. Make sure you check him out.
That right uppercut. Anytime Tienda lunges in with those shots, Morales is waiting. He's got that right hand placed and ready, and he's nailed him 3 times already with it here in the second round. I made a mistake at the end of the first round. I said that Tienda was cut over his left eye or by his left eye. I think it's his right eye that has the laceration and probably the swelling. But if you look at Tienda's cheekbones, he's got the kind of skin and facial bone structure that cuts easily and swells.
That's a dangerous thing in a fight. You get cut very easy. It's, you know, a fighter as Morales, you can see he's hungry, and he'll keep going after that eye to just destroy that eye.
Carlos, the Solution Morales. Talked with him briefly yesterday. Like, what do you know about your opponent? He said, he was me a year ago, where Tienda doesn't have a promoter, looking for the upset, looking to come in on the B side and put on a show. Like, I know about him, I respect him. You think I'm gonna let him come and take what I've worked my entire career for? And right now, Carlos Morales is looking strong through a round and a half.
Yeah, he's in with a very game opponent, but he's clearly in control of the fight so far. Tienda says that they have similar styles. They're both aggressive, come-forward styles. I asked Morales about that yesterday before the weigh-in, and Morales said, no, I'm more technical. I think in there a little bit more than Tienda does.
Yeah,
he's proving it right now.
You can see that. You can see the difference in both fighters. A lot of people think, could say it would be an even match, but aside from Morales' loss in 3 draws, like, you could never tell that he was that kind of fighter that would have that record. And he's obviously improved a lot, and he has a long way to go. Very young kid, still has a long way to go in the sport of boxing, and I can see this kid becoming a world champion soon.
And those 3 draws to start his career were in 2012. For Morales, he said that was 4 years ago. I don't even think about that. Final seconds of the second round were scheduled for 10 between Morales and Tienda.
Saturday, March 5th, Golden Boy Promotions presents Luis the Real King Kong Ortiz as he takes on Tony the Tiger Thompson for the WBA Interim Heavyweight World Title. From our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., in a packed event with tons of great action, Luis Ortiz, the most feared heavyweight in the division, is coming off of a knockout victory over heavyweight Bryant Jennings to defend his WBA World Title. Tony Thompson looks to defeat Ortiz in front of Thompson's hometown crowd and take Ortiz's world title and make it his own. Also fighting, 2008 Olympian Saddam World Kid Ali will face former world champion Jesse Vargas for the vacant WBO welterweight world title. Saddam Ali looks to take his perfect record of 22-0 and prove to the world that he is one of the top fighters in his division. Jesse Vargas looks to prove to the world that he is one of the best after his controversial loss to Timothy Bradley, also fighting a stacked undercard of some of Washington, D.C.'s best fighters. You don't want to miss these great fights. For tickets, visit Ticketmaster.com.
And that'll be a good scrap. Ortiz and Thompson in D.C. We're in Los Angeles right now, 3rd round. Carlos Morales in the black trunks. Omar Tienda in the purple and gold. I said Oscar because Oscar De La Hoya is in attendance here, Golden Boy Promotions. A good scrap. And the 3rd round is brought to you by The Ring Magazine, the Bible of boxing since 1922. Subscribe today. Thanks for watching, everybody out there. especially the fans in San Antonio. Team Tanahara, Hector Tanahara Sr. is watching, as his son has made a good appearance here on Ring TV, and also Ovi Sandoval, part of the crew. Horses stable looking good, and right now looking good is Carlos Morales, who has his own stables. Morales opened up his own gym with some of his recent winnings, went partners with his manager in Alhambra, and it's CM Boxing Stables.
Right.
Carlos Morales
it's
Boxing
young fighters right now, maybe a couple amateurs, but it's mainly a gym full of beginners, and obviously he's the big dog of the gym. I'm sure they all look up to him.
Yeah, it's all amateurs. He's there. He said it's in the morning. The gym's to himself because it's all the amateurs are, Randy, they're kids. They don't have homeschool like your brother does, like 16-year-old Romel. But his kids are just out of the streets and they're in there working. I was like, what's it like just being a business owner? He's like, I don't even think about it. I don't want to live in the moment and enjoy it because I want to actually become a champion first, then look back at what I'm doing.
He has a good head on his shoulders. Someone that does stuff like that for his community is something, a lot of fighters should do. It takes a lot of the kids off the streets, away from the drugs, alcohol, and the bad that's going on in the streets nowadays. And he's doing something good for his community.
He's doing something good here in the third round, landing a couple stiff jabs to the nose of Omar Tienda. Body shot, and that's something we see a lot from Morales the last couple of fights, where he digs into that body.
You can see Tienda breathing a lot heavier now with those body shots, those head shots that he's getting caught with.
The Solution Morales, father of 3, who's a criminal justice major at ELAC. Dishing out some punishment here.
It's very systematic. He's methodical.
That's a good way to describe him.
And Morales, at different points of the round, he applies what I would call steady pressures or subtle pressure. It's not like hard where he's trying to shove the guy back against the ropes. He's just creeping forward and setting a certain pace, particularly on the inside, that takes a toll on his opponent.
He knows he has those rounds to work.
Good 3 rounds between Morales and Tienda. We'll be back with 4.
Representative came to my school talking about the different programs, and information security was one. Family, friends, but the best part about graduation day was when I got to announce to my family that I had gotten the job. For some, school is a backup plan, but for me, it was the only plan. And I ended up choosing ITT Tech over other 4-year institutions.
Scholarships and financial aid are available for students who qualify. Call 800-227-2162. That's 800-227-2162.
And Ring TV Live brought to you by ITT Technical Institute. ITT Tech for the future. Call today, 800-227-2162 to find out more info and to schedule a free campus tour. That's 800-227-2162. And educators love watching our shows. There's some here in attendance. LA Unified Principals, my brother Gabriel, one of them, watching at home in Long Beach. Do appreciate all the support. Doug, you're in the education field at your house, right?
No, that's really my wife.
I mean, when you answer your mailbag, you're teaching the boxing fans.
Some people see it that way.
I say teaching, some might say schooling, some might say sunning. Make sure to, if they do want to get into your mailbag, where do they email you?
You want to email Dougie@boxingmailbag.com.
Randy Caballero was featured in that mailbag after his last fight. You got to read that, Randy. You're this side of town. You got to pay attention, bro.
You have to pay attention a lot more from when sitting back there watching the fights. A lot better view, though. I like it.
Exactly. Beto Duran, Doug Fisher, Randy Caballero watching a good one between Carlos Morales. He's in the black trunks. And Omar Tienda. And Tienda, he was very confident coming into this fight, Doug. And he looks like a fighter who's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, there's some frustration, and I'm seeing a change of tactics. He was aggressive, at least in the first 2 rounds, starting with the last round, and we're seeing at the start of round 4. He's backing up more against Morales. Perhaps maybe wanting to lure Morales in. Where do you see him cut?
On his right eye.
He is cut. Morales is cut on the right eyebrow.
Cut.
Wonder if that came from a punch or a clash of heads, because they are very close.
Yeah.
We'll get an answer hopefully between rounds for you.
Well, Omar is, I mean, you know, Tienda isn't just backing up. He is firing as he backs up.
He's trying to come forward and push him back. And I think he sees that blood. And for a fighter to see blood, that's the go and kill.
And no, that is not a microphone on Tienda's trainer. He is sitting right next to Randy. So if you understand Spanish, you hear the word sigue, 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 tell him to keep coming. So Randy Caballero is also serving as a boom operator tonight.
Randy, can you see where the cut is? Is it the corner, outside corner of the right eye?
Corner above the eyebrow.
Oh.
It's a nice cut.
It might be very close to the eye.
Yeah, there's some skin hanging down from the right eyebrow of Carlos Morales. Morales has been in some battles over the years, and he's been cut before. Actually, a couple fights ago, we saw him with Santiago Guevara. That was a good scrap. So this is nothing new for him.
You can see Tienda, he's letting that left hook go because he wants to go for that eye.
He's going for that cut. And you're absolutely right, Randy. Tienda got an adrenaline rush once he saw that blood.
That's every fighter. Every fighter that sees that blood, it gives you that extra hunger to just go after that spot.
I tell you what, I think I'm going to score round 4 for Tienda.
10 seconds ago in the 4th round, Morales, Tienda, and Tienda lands another left to the left eye, or the right eye of Morales. We'll be back with more from the Belasco. Back at the Belasco Theater, see a replay of what happened, and there you see him. They're working on that cut of Carlos Morales. Ooh, Rudy Hernandez is in there digging deep.
Hernandez, a veteran cut man, corner man, trainer, been around in boxing for many years, trained his brother Gennaro, the late Gennaro Hernandez.
Oh, Gennaro's brother?
Yes, he's Gennaro's older brother, and he himself was a welterweight contender back in the day.
I asked referee David Mendoza if it was a cut because of a headbutt or because of a punch, and Carlos Morales answered for him.
Yes, it was a headbutt.
So it was a headbutt, and this round is brought to you by ITT Tech. How do you guys have it after 4 rounds?
I've got Morales up 3 rounds to 1 after 4 rounds. I scored round 4 for Omar Tienda.
I have the same score, 3-1 for Morales. 4th round, Tienda came out strong. You know, he's seen that blood and he went after it. He did the best, even though it was a headbutt. You know, he came and wanted to counter on that cut.
And you hear that word ceja, it's eyebrow, the corner of Tienda telling him to go after that cut on the eyebrow. But Carlos Morales has been in some tough scraps. He's been a pro since 2012. His last fight, he stopped Onel Negron here at the Belasco Theater. That was in September. A tough Puerto Rican. He stopped him in the 7th round, a fight that was waved off. We're in the 5th, scheduled for 10. 130-pounders. Carlos the Solution Morales.
And he's dealing with the cut, dealing with the little bit of blood that is trickling in his eye. I think he's dealing with it well. And he's answering Tienda's aggression here in the middle of the 5th round.
Sometimes that blood can bother your eye. It's tough to see sometimes, but he's, like you said, he's dealing with it and going on with it. I don't know if you guys can hear, but, you know, Tienda's corner over here is son. We keep going for that eye.
Oh, we can hear him, Randy.
Yeah.
You don't have to translate.
Yeah, that's Fernando Fernandez, and he was in the corner of El Terrible, Eric Morales, for much of Morales' Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame career. He's not in there yet, but we all know he's going to be in there. 4-division champion from out of Mexico.
Solution Morales, the former soccer player, still plays on the weekends. Father of 3, born in Tulán 5, Hidalgo, Mexico. Went to Eagle Rock High School. A fighter that Golden Boy is very high on because of his work ethic and his approach to boxing. Final seconds of the 5th round, scheduled for 10. We're gonna stay here between rounds and see what the doctor, how that trainer work on that cut. DJ Ray with some good music. Doctor not in the corner.
Rudy knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's done this many times, and I've seen him save fights. You know, the kind of cuts that normally end fights, he's been able to control the flow of blood and control the swelling to where the fighter was able to continue doing what he's supposed to do and win decisions. So
You ever
got the
been
right
cut
guy.
like, sorry, Doug, you ever been cut like that, Randy?
Yes, I have been cut. You know what? It wasn't from a punch. It was from a headbutt. And it's tough. Sometimes that blood trickles down your eye, and it gives you a hard time to see. But like I said, when your opponent sees that blood, they go after it.
See, we see the cut, the fighter sees the cut, but the person who's cut doesn't know how bad it is. So can you feel how bad? I know I'm asking a dumb question, but do you feel it? Do you know it?
At the time, it hurts. You know, you get a throbbing pain. But I think once you get back in there, you don't feel it other than you just see the blood. And, you know, you just tend to not think about it. You think about it too much, then, you know, you're not going to perform the right way. And I think as with Morales, he's not thinking about it. He doesn't care about that blood that's trickling down his eye. He's focused and keep coming forward.
And in your corner always tells you, oh, no, it's nada, it's nothing, right?
Oh, that's exactly what they say.
Do you believe it?
Don't worry about it. It's, you know, you're not even bleeding that much, but yet I know that blood's trickling down my eye.
You're like, I'm not bleeding much, it's just bleeding into my eye.
Well, I'm noticing that Morales he's keeping his guard up a little bit higher, and he's operating a little bit more from the outside than he was in the opening rounds. And he's good at it. He's a versatile fighter. He's just as effective on the outside as he was on the inside.
Definitely, he knows how to move around very well. Throw those punches when he needs to. Counter when Tienda throws his punches.
Beto Duran, Doug Fisher, and former world champion Randy Caballero. After 5 rounds, how do you guys have it?
I have Morales up 4 rounds to 1. I scored round 4 for Tienda, but I thought Morales actually came back and acquitted himself quite well in the last round.
I have it the same way.
Great minds think alike.
Morales winning the fight. That's exactly right.
Halfway through the 6th round, Morales in the black. Morales went through that run. Roberto Diaz was telling me a story that the first time they saw Carlos Morales was in November of 2014. Obviously, they knew of him. They couldn't find an opponent for Gabriel Tomajan, Armenian fighter, and the Ronda Rousey's gym in Glendale. Nobody wanted to fight him, couldn't find him anything. Carlos Morales calls him, or somebody else with Carlos calls Robert Diaz and said, hey, I know you're having trouble finding him. Morales said he'll take the fight. This is in November of 2014 for a fight in India. Shows up, first fight of the night, and he stops, or he beats Tomajan. 6 rounds, get the decision, and they said, wow, okay, this guy, two days notice, and he comes in, gets the win. The next time they see him, Santiago Guevara, he gets the win, and he rocks the fighter from TJ Tienda right now. Body work from Morales, and after that little run, he continues to make a name for himself. With Carlos the Solution Morales, get hit by a nice uppercut by Tienda.
Yeah, Tienda he's losing this fight, but he is still in this fight, and he's proving to be cagey as well as brave.
Eats a left. Tienda is very brave. We'll be back with more from the Velasco. Welcome back to the Velasco. Thank you for watching us, whether you're in the United States or north of the border in Canada. Los que están mirando desde México. Bajaba Turkey, our friends in Turkey that are taking this fight. Also our friends in England. Do appreciate it. We know you have some people watching in Ireland too. Fans of Jason Quigley. He will be fighting March 25th in Alimal from Donegal, Ireland. We're in the 7th round, and the 7th round is brought to you by Filmon.com. Carlos Morales in the black trunks, working the body. Omar Tienda in the purple and gold. Thanks to everybody involved with the broadcast. Most importantly, the people working the box office, because it is a sellout crowd. Everybody coming to roll call saying, hey, Beto left me tickets. No, I didn't. Shauna and Gio, who are at the box office, or let you know, Beto has no friends when it comes to fight night. Nobody is coming in, but make sure you get your tickets. Go to goldenboypromotions.com. There is a sale going on for the next feature. Thank you to Shauna and Gio and everybody in the box office doing work tonight. Sold out crowd at the Velasco Theater. And this is a tough one, because Doug, you mentioned Tienda is game, he has heart, and he comes, and he's not going to stop. He just keeps at it.
And he's, you know, whenever Morales is starting to put his combinations together, Tienda comes in with his head, and that's pretty dangerous. Probably his most dangerous weapon of the fight. Or he spins out of the, you know, he'll hold and spin out. There is some craft to Tienda. He's not the complete fighter that Morales is, but he's very game, and he's dangerous in his own way. Even though he's not scoring with power punches, he's still making it a very difficult fight for Morales.
Really making it a difficult fight. Morales is very smart in there, throwing a lot of punches, making a miss, countering. He's looking really good in there, but you have someone like Tienda in front of you, it makes it a lot harder to let your hands go.
I'm noticing Morales' footwork more in this fight than I have in previous fights. And in previous fights, I just kind of looked at his upper body and his technique, and it's very sharp, and he's very economical and accurate with his shots. But I'm noticing that he pivots really well on the inside, and he moves around really well. Got good balance.
When you have someone in front of you that's trying to push you back, you know, you tend to notice that, yeah, I gotta start making some adjustments, start moving around. You know, maybe, you know, Morales is used to hurting somebody and just having them back up. When you have someone move forward, you know you have to adjust and turn some angles and confuse a fighter, break a fighter down is what you gotta do.
And there you see the trainer, yeah, there it is. He doesn't need a microphone. That's the trainer for Omar Tienda from the Zona Frontera. We're done with 7 at the Velasco Theater in LA, the LA Fight Club. And Ring TV Live, brought to you by the Ring Magazine, featuring 2015 Ring Magazine Awards. The 2015 Ring Magazine Fight of the Year. That's Tyson Fury. Oh man, imagine him on this broadcast, Randy. Subscribe today at ringtv.com. Let's just say we'd have to have the delay button.
Yeah.
For some of the.
I don't know if he can fit back here, actually.
Well, with our muscles, Doug, there's no way. There's no way that he would fit out here. Randy weighing what? What do you weigh right now? 126?
About the 130.
130, yeah, there's no way Fury fits into your jacket. 8th round, Beto Duran, Doug Fisher, and former world champion Randy Caballero making his TV commentary debut. And Randy, when you get into these scraps right here in this 8th round, where you know you're controlling it as Morales is doing it, and your guy won't go away, like that, what are you thinking? Like, dude, I'm hitting you with what I got, and you're not going anywhere. What do you got to do in these last couple rounds for your Morales?
A lot of fighters, you know, tend to break down, and they say, man, they get frustrated knowing that they can't break that fighter down. But, you know, as you can see in Morales, he's doing what he has to do, stay calm, knowing that, you know, if he knows that Tienda's not going to back down and drop, he still stays composed. He breaks him down. He's throwing punches, he's staying busy, working angles, moving around, as you can see. You know, he's looking really good. Very impressive fighter.
This was a fight that Tienda said was going to steal the show. He said, because I was going to bring a lot of action, exchange a lot of big punches. But Morales isn't letting him do that, huh, Doug?
No, he's not. One thing about Morales is that he never abandons his fundamentals. And his temperament is such that he doesn't get overcome by the moment. If he gets a head clash, he doesn't get emotional about it. He doesn't feel like he has to retaliate right that instant. And he won't be pulled in to a reckless slugfest type of fight. He is it's what I would definitely call a technician. He's very methodical, and he's doing the right thing. I mean, you know, he might yet score a knockout because he is getting to Tienda's body, but Tienda is fighting at his correct weight class. Last time we saw him was at 130. This is at at 135 lightweight. This is at junior lightweight, and I think he's in better condition for this fight. I can see it in his body. His body is more muscular and lean than it was for the Everton Lopez fight.
You can wash towels, you can wash sheets, but on those abs right there?
Yeah, he's in shape. He was training in the mountains, and this was a huge opportunity for him. And I know he came into this fight fully believing that he was going to win, and Morales has just shown to be a better class of boxer.
That's what it should be. Someone walking into the ring has to have more than 100% confidence in themselves.
Morales goes and runs Mount Baldy during his training sessions out here in Southern California. 4 or 5 mile run through elevation, about 2,000 feet up.
That's no joke.
That's, yeah.
You've done it a couple times, right?
I've done it.
Have you made it all the way up?
I did it once with Manny Robles. He took me with his boxers. They ran 3. I got done.
All right.
They waited for me. We're through 8 at Belasco in downtown LA. Belasco Theater, the ring is on the dance floor, literally. After this, they break it down and the club gets going, but right now they're watching Carlos de Morales and Omar Tienda mix it up. Good scrap through 8, and the 9th round is brought to you by the Ring Magazine. Ring Magazine, the Bible of boxing since 1922. Subscribe today. Always appreciate it when that package arrives at home. Immediately rip it up and like, all right, what do we got in here?
You can go to ringtv.com and subscribe or buy single issues, single back issues.
Wait. You're telling me the magazine, I can also read that online? It's the same thing?
You can order the magazine online. If you can't find it at a local 7-Eleven or bookstore or newsstand.
Beto trying to get the
I'm
magazine for free over here.
Yeah, trying to.
You're not
baby.
on the list? We got to get you on the list. We got to get you some of our T-shirts as well.
Oh,
we
definitely.
got some nice
wait. We got T-shirts? Okay, here we go.
We got hoodies. We got beanies. We got coffee mugs.
You know what? I did order something
to the
other
ring
day.
shop.
The ring shop. You guys have, and no, we're not taking away from the fight, but this is not a commercial. It's cool because you guys have the Ring TV, the Ring logo.
Yes.
And it's in the different colors. You can get them in the green, white, or red of Mexico, the USA colors, the different
the
colors.
national flags, right?
The national
flag of Puerto Rico, the flag of Ireland, the flag of Mexico, the Philippines.
Nicaragua?
We got to get Nicaragua.
That's
we
what
got to get Nicaragua, yeah.
We'll get one.
You and Chocolatito.
Nice.
Proudly waving that flag.
And Carlos Morales, a proud Mexican, taking on another strong Mexican in Omar Tienda. Hidalgo against Nuevo León. And Morales 12-1-3. You see Dougie's scorecard has Morales way ahead.
Yeah, one-sided on points, but you know, one look at the faces of both these guys lets you know that it's been a very physical contest.
It's only the second time that Tienda has ever fought in the United States. Last time he was here at the Belasco when he fought Everton Lopez.
I have the score, the same thing, 79-73. And Morales is just doing amazing in there. Staying composed, moving around, then his hands goes when he has to. But, you know, like I said, Tienda's coming forward and putting it on him. Not making it easy for him at all, especially with that cut. He keeps going after that cut.
Tienda, I think, is a tough out for most up-and-coming junior lightweights. In Morales, he's in there with somebody who is, he's mature. A very mature fighter. I think if he was in with a younger guy, ooh, was that a low blow?
Low blow.
Yeah, you can see it on the face of Morales.
Referee David Mendoza warning him.
But a younger fighter, a guy who's a little more scrappy, somebody who wants to prove it a little bit more, might fall into Tienda's hands. Might receive a sterner test from Tienda than Morales has.
We're done with 9. We'll be back for the 10th and final round. The 10th and final round between Carlos the Solution Morales and Omar Edwin Tienda. Referee David Mendoza bringing them together. And the 10th and final round is brought to you by Yip TV. Watch live TV from around the globe, including live Golden Boy fights. Sign up today at yiptv.com. Bethel Duran, Doug Fisher, and Randy Caballero watching a good one. It's been all Carlos Morales. The Solution has controlled this fight. And now we're seeing Tienda in desperation mode. This is when you have to be careful with fighters like this, right, Randy?
Definitely. You know that, this fight, Tienda knows that he's down, so he needs a knockout to win. And that's what he's going to go after. And as you can see, that eye is still dropping blood. So, he's going to keep going after it and try to get that lucky punch in.
And there was a clash of heads in the 4th round. Morales suffered a cut on that right eyebrow. Cut man Rudy Hernandez did a good job of keeping it under control. Tienda trying to seize it, but unable to get to that eye. It was good defense from Carlos Morales. Morales, a veteran, a mature 26.
Yeah, he's mature. That's how I would describe him. He's mature, he's crafty, he's very technical. And like I said, he keeps his composure at all times, never abandons the fundamentals, which makes him very difficult. It's hard to get him out of his game. It's hard to find flaws in his game.
That's what happened in his last fight. Methodical, work, chopped the tree down, and then finally in the 7th, he stopped Onel Negron. And that's been the blueprint for Morales in his career.
I mean, you're saying he has nice angles, nice footwork inside, good pivots, both feet. He's the kind of guy who could be overlooked by a lot of fans because there's nothing dynamic about his game. He doesn't have like elite level speed or power. He doesn't have those kind of like fluid combinations. He's workmanlike in the way he goes about his business in the ring, and sometimes those fighters get overlooked until they just string victory after victory after victory after victory, and they upset a few big names.
You're completely right. He's working really well. Those angles are working perfect. It's making Tienda throwing him off his game plan. a little bit. And that's what Morales is looking for, is to throw him off. Knowing he's winning the fight, still staying in there, working the angles and throwing punches.
Morales is the kind of guy who can sneak up on a contender. You know, you give him a little bit more experience, and this is 10 rounds. This is very good for his professional development, but given some time, you know, maybe by the end of this year or sometime next year, he can sort of be a dark horse in the junior lightweight division.
Final seconds of what's been a good fight, and that'll do it. They go 10 rounds, and for the first time in his career, Morales goes 10 rounds. We'll come back with a decision from the Belasco on Ring TV Live.
I was a stay-at-home mom. I looked into ITT Tech because I saw a commercial, so I called the school and they asked me to come down for a tour, and as soon as I saw the lab, I was just intrigued. There's not a lot of places where you can get hands-on experience while you're in school. I work at the FedEx Tech Connect Repair Service Center in Collierville, Tennessee. I'm a senior business systems analyst. When Career Services asked me to come and speak to the students at ITT Tech, I was very nervous. They thought that it would be best for me to face those fears. It would be beneficial for the students as well, so it was helping me and helping the students. I would tell my son that education is very important, especially higher education. My name is Tahani Barton, and I'm an ITT Tech grad.
Scholarships and financial aid are available for students who qualify. Call 800-227-2162. That's 800-227-2162.
Ring announcer Joe Martinez in the ring.
Villarreal have it 100-90. Y el juez Timothy Hicks anotó 99-91. Hicks has it 99-91. For your winner by unanimous decision, el ganador por decisión unánime, the solution, Carlos Morales.
Carlos Morales with a workmanlike victory. Good scrap between he and Omar Tienda. The solution is now 13-1-3. We'll come back. We'll try to catch up with Morales. We're working our way towards the main event with Diego De La Hoya coming up next on Ring TV Live. Back at the Belasco Theater in downtown Los Angeles. We're getting everything around here. There he is, the Solution Morales. There's the camera. There you go. How do you feel after that one? First time you go 10 rounds.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Omar is a tough dude. I really thought I was going to put him away, but that guy just kept coming forward and forward, so it was a good fight. It was a good fight.
What was it like fighting for the second half of the fight with that cut, which is an angry-looking gash over your right eye?
Yeah, keep your head right there so we get that camera. Look at that cut.
That's real.
You know, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I knew it was cut. I saw the blood coming. And, you know, it's part of the business. You got to keep fighting. You know, Mom ain't going to save you in this one.
Did you have to make any adjustments, technically speaking, in there, and did it obstruct your vision at all?
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't see from my right eye. I was trying to brawl with him at first to take him out, but he was just too strong, so I had to box him and try to counterpunch him.
Well, appreciate you stopping by. Carlos the Solution Morales. Get that cut taken care of. Go enjoy it. CM Boxing Stable is doing a good job, man. Get out of here. Congratulations on that win.
Thank you.
And we're going to look at these highlights. You can take out the headset if you want, Carlos, if you want to check yourself out. Take that towel with you. No problem, bro. And then you, and there you see the Solution Morales. He improves to 12-1-3 as Diego De La Hoya is working his way over here. And Doug,
very physical fight. Tienda coming in with his head, and Carlos Morales finding the solution, just giving the visiting fighter angles on the inside, working uppercuts, working right crosses, evading, blocking punches, blocking and countering very well, working the body, which I think slowed down Tienda, and really just keeping command of this fight by keeping within himself and